Hey guys, how we doing today?
Morning, friends.
Joe here.
Kevin.
All right, so season 2, the first season of The Wire was absolutely perfect. It was
Pristine television.
amazing.
All the way through. The pacing of it, the way you had one case and you spent 13 episodes on it, so that the everything felt paid off. Everything felt earned. You know what I mean? Like
Satisfying.
Yeah, absolutely. Nothing felt like a stretch or like I said, just completely unearned at all. Everything really worked, and I love the fact that it was a successful case, but it wasn't too successful. It wasn't overly successful because you always have to remember that no matter how hard people are working, they're still working within this completely broken system that really wasn't able to go all the way.
And when I said satisfying, it is satisfying, but the outcome of the case is what kind of frustrates you.
That's the beauty of it. No, absolutely. Yeah, it was perfect.
Yeah. And you know, I mentioned this in the last, we just did Deep, and I mentioned that how HBO is just, crushing the game.
They are the kings of prestige television for sure.
So with us doing The Wire, you're doing Sopranos, we're doing Game of Thrones, we did Succession. Is there any other HBO show that we're really missing? Because I feel like...
for sure. I mean, they've been doing it for 20 years.
That's what I'm saying.
We're missing stuff for sure.
Every single show we've watched from them, I'm like, this is fantastic. Even the first episode of Beep we just did, I'm like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
So
I know what they're doing.
Very much looking forward to the season.
Absolutely. The question is, where do we go now?
Jimmy's on a boat.
Yeah. Well, exactly. It's going to take...
Jimmy's job.
I don't know how you do season 2 because the way season 1 ended, The Wire was done. Yep. Everyone was sent off. Some guys into punishment. I don't know where Daniels is, but I'm sure he's not in a great job because he made everybody so mad.
About that.
Right. Of course, we're going to find out. But it's kind of like, okay, we scattered all of these people.
Yep.
How do we get most or some or all of them back together for a new case? Now that because like. I feel like there has to be a different bad guy almost. I know Stringer's there.
Stringer's on top now,
but so many of the characters and so many of the important people from that organization, from the Barksdale organization, are in prison now.
Yeah.
There's like, it's a watered down version of it, you know?
So I was thinking about that. I don't know if we're going to follow the Barksdale organization anymore.
Maybe a little bit. I don't think it's going away.
Or at least for this season. Just because, like I said, nobody spoiled the show for us, but...
on YouTube, somebody tried to block it today.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
But somebody on Patreon said that, hey, the seasons that go forward, they kind of cover different areas. And so some characters that were in certain seasons don't appear in other seasons.
Right.
Or if they do, it's a limited role. So I'm like, if we do... I'm thinking the Barksdales will come back later in the show.
Sure.
I don't know if season 2 is going to pick up directly. I could be completely wrong about that. Like I said, we're very blind on this. But, I mean... I don't know. I mean, because like I said, Jimmy's on a boat. Everyone's all over the place. I don't know if the Barksdales will be the focus of this.
It might be. I was thinking again. It might be Proposition Joe this season. Remember, because we met him, and he's an interesting character. Also, as you pointed out, we could be following the guys in prison a little bit too.
I hope so.
Because really we have D'Angelo, Avon, and Wee-Bey are all in prison. We might be plus they said like 15 guys.
Mm-hmm.
So even the minor characters, we might be following them in prison a little bit. They may still be running some stuff out of prison.
I think that'd be very interesting to see. That'd be awesome.
Kind of curious, but I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
We will go ahead and get started here, but I want to go ahead and give a nice thank you to all of our Patreon subscribers and give, of course, a special shout out to Actuarial Lurker, Paul Ashfoldes, Chris, Derek Peterson, Jeff, Christy Coverston, NJ, Sudugundava Rapu, Torgir Lingstad, Weird Magic, and Wear Panda 47. Thanks so much, guys. Really, really glad you're here with us.
Yes, we are.
We appreciate it.
And if you're watching this the first time on YouTube, welcome to our channel. If you might hit the like button for us, please leave us a comment down below, no spoilers, and hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on the new content we have coming your way.
If you would like to see a full-length reaction to this and everything else that we have watched or we are currently watching, please check out a link in the description below to our Patreon page. On all of our Patreon stuff, you will have to sync and watch along on your own source material. You'll only see us for copyright purposes.
Yes.
We're going to see Jimmy out here working it. Yeah. He looks miserable.
He does. I bet.
It ain't so bad. Loosen up. A couple more months, it's going to be spring.
And some gloves.
Coffee, some gloves.
You're going to realize the bosses did you a favor sending you down here. 7672, go ahead.
Well, that's a Baltimore accent.
Yeah. He is probably a cop driving the boat.
Yeah.
What's the location, citywide?
Kind of everything running down by the river.
Yeah.
Or on the harbor, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not overly familiar with Baltimore's geography.
I'm not either.
Obviously, it's a coastal city, but...
And we just watched Avalon recently, so, that was a great Baltimore movie.
It was, wasn't it?
Best deal? In the shipyards there, yeah. I had an uncle who was a supervisor there. Got laid off in '78, though.
Okay, so it is just kind of a dying industry stuff out here.
Probably an electrical problem.
Ah, how the different people live.
Right? The aristocrats.
Yeah.
It's a nice party, though.
It does, actually.
I would not hate working that.
Yeah.
It would be kind of fun.
Like Tracy Jordan's boat trip on 30 Rock.
The boat that he didn't own.
I'm taking this boat to Denver.
Was that boat called Capital Gains? That would have said
Something
back.
like that, yeah. Did it say it? Capital
I think
Gains?
it's in Capital Gains.
Gross.
A lot of party going on now, and I wouldn't want to cut it short for a little engine trouble.
Well, you're in the shipping channel.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're a threat to other boats.
You gotta get out of here.
God. Not to be rich and have the rest of the world not really impact you.
Right. Yeah, I'm sure you can throw a party somewhere else. Seems like a while longer.
Yeah. I didn't think it was going to be hours and hours. I would think that'd be freezing to be in that party
We got
boat.
3 hours.
Right.
Something else that somebody said on Patreon was how divisive this season really is. A lot of folks love it or hate it.
Okay.
We've had many people say this is their favorite season,
Sure.
and a few people say it's their least favorite season. And
That just means it's going to be good, but it's going to be a big departure from season 1, is what that sounds like.
which I think is awesome.
You see what I'm saying, right? I mean, 3 years in auto theft, and I didn't learn anything. I didn't care. I'm telling you, I didn't even want to be a police anymore.
That's pretty cool to speak.
I think that was why I shot up my car like I did.
Sure.
With this thing we did on Barksdale.
So is he the one trying to get the wire back together?
Sure.
Just in here, up against the wall over there.
If there aren't any openings in the regular narcotics shift,
I liked him shot through that stained glass, though.
Yeah.
Easy. Everything breaks.
Oh, this is his father-in-law. I can't remember his name. Actually, I have it written down.
we could have seized real estate, cash, vehicles, all kind of stuff.
Valcheck.
Yeah.
Command had let that case go forward. We were on it.
Look at that, huh?
Is he building a church?
Right. Yeah. Cathedral for police.
Then you're going to take the lieutenant's exam, where you'll also school high.
I don't want to make rank. I want to work cases, good cases.
Well, he's really come around on him over the year, haven't we?
Good for him.
Now, if you'll just shut up and listen to me, you might actually have a career in this department.
He wants to earn his career.
Yeah.
He wants to actually be a police officer.
It's been perfect tomato weather out there. These wonderful hot, humid.
NPR, it's Garrison Keillor, like Woe Begone days.
Why would anybody ever want to leave Baltimore? That's what I'm asking.
tomatoes, and they grow.
Are they just going to listen to Garrison Keillor?
Yes. It's really funny that this is an NPR.
Yeah.
They're being followed.
Yeah, for sure. They found a radio station.
They sure did. The oldies. It's not as fast.
I'm surprised Bodie's ever really driven anywhere at all. It never really seemed to be.
He never left Baltimore.
Okay, yeah, there's a train here.
There really is. Always check your rear view.
maybe there's a gang war coming. The guy's following him, or from whoever's going to be the actual target this season.
Ahoy, matey.
All right,
Hey,
Bob.
Monk.
The girls are always telling me about the little man in the boat. Now I know who they're talking about. She wants to start doing preliminaries on our witnesses, so that means the old lady from the projects, which is no problem, and your man Omar.
Oh, Bird's case.
Yep.
You got a line on Omar, Jimmy? Well, he's not the starboard. That's port, fool. Landsman wants his $10. What for? For betting that you ride the boat?
Especially since it was probably him told Rawls where I didn't want to go.
Jimmy.
Oh, someone else ratted him out. So
The
they
canal
were
gets
looking more
dredged. It means we all work.
Oh, Chris Bauer.
Yeah. He's been in a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
You know how much money you gonna spend to even get them talking about that?
We don't take a shot, we might as well roll over.
He was on For All Mankind for the first season.
Oh, nice.
Remind yourself of who you is and where you come from.
Damn, Frank.
For your information, I wake up every morning with an angry blue vein diamond cutter.
Oh, God.
Blue steel, gentlemen.
For Christ's sake.
3.5 inches of hard.
Okay, so that's the docks.
Yeah, I'm assuming smuggling drugs through the docks is how somehow.
And then so Jimmy gets involved that way. Probably.
Right, yeah. Oh, yeah, good call.
Yeah.
As a lasher for Big Roy's crew.
Attaboy. Make the family proud.
First day they give me into.
Oh!
What's his name?
Pablo Schreiber.
Yeah, you're right, yeah.
That's Liam Schreiber's brother.
I didn't know that, but I know he's been in a lot of stuff.
Half brother, but it's his brother.
He was on Orange is the New Black.
Yep. He was the lead of the Halo TV series that just got canceled.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm down here since 8 for crane to chassis, and Tweety Bird here lost the can.
It ain't lost.
Oh, my God.
Base 7.
Base 7's empty, man.
Or it ain't. In that case, it's definitely.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Get me a number for your shipping agent. I'll call and try to square it. And you clock out today, you leave your box, don't ever come the back.
Yeah, you're fired.
He does seem pretty incompetent.
Yeah.
He loses his job, and he couldn't care less.
He ain't fired, man.
No?
That's his father.
Well, he deserves to be fired.
He does, yeah.
That was pretty incompetent.
Officer Burns.
Hey, Daniels.
Detective?
I heard they posted you down here, but...
Oh. He's watching the evidence room. He babysitting the evidence.
Yeah.
You know, trial date for Bird is next month, and Eileen Nathan wanted to be ready.
Will you give him my love?
Who?
Bird.
He's going to do some time.
Yeah.
So?
No such thing. Double B has 12 sections. This says 14. See what I'm saying?
Well, it's there somewhere.
Right? So then...
Well, you're just going to say, like, well, we lost it, so it doesn't exist.
Right?
I leave a tent caterpillar that's of an entirely different breed from what we find out here.
That's a really good bit, actually.
Yeah, that's really solid. So it's playing in both vehicles.
There's no protection.
There's going to be a robbery attempt here or something, right?
Yeah, but it is a sort of a...
They're going to get lost and get mugged.
Only if I know Sabotka would send all the way to Esslingen for stained glass. The Germans are hard-headed, but you can't beat them for craft.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We saw, I mean, obviously, a police one as well.
Right?
I don't need you to tell me how bad things are at the docks.
So you'll set something up with Mikulski soon.
You didn't need a German window to ask me for that, Francis.
Interesting.
Yo, the always up in the door, man. Motherfucker been standing right there watching us. You see him come up out of there?
It's like the French Connection.
Yeah, I mean, it absolutely, isn't it? Yeah. Check the kick plates.
Yep.
Rocker plates, I think is what they called it. Yeah.
I said, check it again, goddammit. Whoa. Chill. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Same side.
Right? Yeah. They're trying to rob somebody that doesn't have anything to rob.
Right? Yeah. Awkward. Like,
Yeah,
so,
right.
My bad.
Yeah.
Lieutenant, those 2 bags could be anywhere in this damn basement.
Right.
We could be here all night.
Yeah.
You don't know who you're talking to, man.
You know, I've always wondered. Oh, Kiba.
Desk job, maybe?
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
I still cannot type.
It's the guy himself walking up to you in the parking lot saying, I brought the drugs. Did you bring the money? No, seriously, if white boys want to sell drugs in Baltimore, they have to make different laws for it. Like, even it out. Leave no white man behind. If you were a guy, and actually in some ways you're better than most of the guys I know, but if you were a guy,
yeah,
friends would buy you a beer and let you know.
Let me know what?
You're whipped.
Oh, come on, Herc.
Herc does not disappoint, does he?
No, he doesn't.
Like, you are still you.
He's a little better, but, you know.
Right.
He's going to be him. It's like Popeye says, I am who I am.
Right.
Or is it I am what I am? I am who I am? I am what
I am what I am.
I am what I am, yeah.
How he say it? You know, he just said it.
Is he still working for the Barksdale organization, or does he work for someone else now?
I don't know.
Because I don't recognize the other guy.
I don't either. Well, I wonder if the project's dried up a little bit after him going away.
Wait, were those the guys that were following him? Or were they the ones working in the...
I think they're working the show.
Okay. Oh, it's going to be Stringer, because they're in the funeral home.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, he got promoted, obviously, after...
Nice sweater, man.
That's a great sweater, actually.
It is,
yeah.
yeah.
It's a very large man.
Yeah.
How long before he came out the parking garage? I mean, how long was he on his own?
Not enough time to do shit, Spring. I mean, he was in and out like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I know. You followed directions?
I did, just
You
like
wrote down the mileage?
Yeah, yeah.
Let me see.
So the wrong car then?
No, you 0.3 of a mile long, dog. And if you followed directions, you wouldn't be.
Yo, String, I did everything like I should, man. Yo, I swear.
So what does that mean?
Yeah, what happened?
Be wild if they just killed dogs.
Right. Intimidatingly drinking hot tea.
You can pull it off.
You didn't have to take a detour in Camden when they shut down a couple of blocks on the boulevard?
Oh, yeah, there was construction.
I don't know where you kicked that tire jack the way you did.
You was on us the whole time?
Oh, me?
Y'all had people following us?
Oh, okay. So they weren't going to rob him.
So, where that?
Is it like a test?
Yeah, it was a test. There wasn't anything in the car.
Got it. Really frustrating.
after all that.
Well, in Philadelphia?
Yeah.
You know what? When I was your age, I unloaded 10 ships.
I've seen him in something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It, Chapter 2.
Yeah! Yeah! Oh, let me yell. Yeah, he was...
So they're definitely like dead parts of Baltimore here.
Sure.
Like every city.
That's kind of what that monologue felt like,
Right,
too.
yeah.
This is dying. This is going away. Oh. Got a body.
There is a body.
Bring her in the boat? Hell no. She'll fall apart if we try to bring her in.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, how long you think she's been in?
She's fresh. Legs are broke, though.
Probably a jumper from the bridge.
Oh. That sucks.
Yeah, big time.
Yo, Zig. Ziggy.
So they're brothers?
Must be.
Okay, so like, Francis
is his dad.
Okay.
Their dad. Yeah.
Can't get up in time to catch a ship.
What ship?
Your father says the Topper line is in today. That makes 2 ships at North Point.
Start they have a beer? Well, hangover. I guess hungover, I guess.
I ain't doing until this afternoon.
That still is no excuse.
Why do you do that to yourself?
Yeah. My go-to is coffee and some aspirin.
Lots of water.
And don't leave without taking your cousin with you.
Okay, cousin.
I gotta clean in there, and I ain't gonna do it around his carcass.
Yeah, no kidding.
So Chris Bowers, his uncle, then.
Yeah. Yeah, nice ride.
Yeah. We're seeing a different poor side of Baltimore than we saw. We saw a poor part of Baltimore in the last season. West Baltimore. Now we're way on the extreme east here.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, I do
like
too.
that
We've
we're
seen
gonna
a different part of the
see a whole
city.
bunch of
Yeah.
this. Yeah, it's awesome. It's like a big love letter to Baltimore, you know?
Yeah.
To Polish police and firefighters. Found this craftsman down in Glen Burnie that you would not believe.
Oh, the dock workers beat you to it.
They did.
How much did them dock boys offer for this spot? I can match you.
Come on, it's already in there.
Yeah.
They don't have 100 guys left paying dues.
It's a parish you give us. Maybe you talk to Frank.
No, I don't think that. Yeah.
Why does it matter?
Right. It's a window when it's done.
I didn't recall. It's just, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We'll talk.
But we saw in the last season that Volchek's not the most likable guy.
No, he really wasn't last season, was he? More of a politician than a policeman.
For sure.
I go in the men's room this morning. Guess who's in the stall next to me puking his guts out?
Bunk Moreland.
How'd you know?
Useless can't hold his liquor.
We saw that, yeah.
Yeah.
Burn all his clothes.
Yeah. Okay, we are doing the prison.
Nice.
Here's Avon.
I'm glad. I'm so glad.
Me too. I'm glad we don't just cut these guys loose. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe we are going to follow the Barstool organization pretty closely.
Get in here, you do 2 days. That's the day you come in this month.
And the day you get out this month.
Right.
No, I feel like years and years will feel like years and years.
Sure.
That sounds optimistic, but
get yourself to whatever place you have to get yourself to.
Right.
Oh, come on, man. I ain't gonna up for you. For Christ's sakes, will you just get in a car, Ray? Come on.
This guy seems like such a screw up.
He does.
So Stringer all dressed up to go to New York and ask about where their missing drugs are.
Mm-hmm.
So, you must be the Greek.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Greek anyway.
He was in Daredevil.
Was he? It's been so long.
Ben Affleck one.
Why am I Boris? I don't understand this. Everywhere I am Boris.
You're Russian, right?
No, Ukraine. Kiev is Ukraine.
It's the same difference, though.
Yeah, no.
Sorry.
Oh, no way, man. Boris is way better.
You weren't supposed to talk.
Boris and Natasha? Bullwinkle, man. Rocky and Bullwinkle?
Stop talking. Yep.
Bye.
Nah, I'm good.
Actually, what kind of pie you got?
Hey, Zig.
Shut up.
Shut the up, huh?
Yeah. I was thinking the exact same thing. Read the room, man. Nobody wants you in this conversation. Yeah.
He's in the union, you know, but he's like an L series, so he ain't getting any hours.
So he's the screw up of the family.
I love this pushing.
Yeah, I did too.
Look at that.
Same deal, same way.
This feels very 70s, doesn't it?
Yeah.
This whole season so far feels like a 70s cop movie.
Okay.
So he's already doing dirt.
You ought to mix it up a little more.
You know what I mean?
Make it so Customs doesn't put no names to faces.
Yeah. So he's importing drugs already.
The question is Frank know?
Frank's the one who told him to go meet him.
Oh, he was. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that little scene they had. Yeah.
That's where Frank got the money for
There
the
we
window
go.
and everything that
Okay,
Jack was asking about.
Nuts, let's go.
Hey, how's the open face turkey?
Let's go.
See you guys later.
Oh my God,
You are
man!
a
Shut
child.
up! Yeah.
So how is Ziggy going to screw this whole thing up?
I bet he is. I bet he's the one that messes this whole thing up.
Avon's on the west side.
Right.
Prop Joe's east side?
Yeah.
Okay.
So these guys
probably go with the Prop
they're
Joe.
probably smuggling drugs in for Prop Joe.
Probably.
Oh, there she is.
Amy?
Yeah.
I love her.
I do too. I do too. Holly Flax.
Is there a romance as grand as theirs? No, you are.
I checked the computer. It's pay 9, cell 11. It's right on the bottom.
Oh, all these guys are in on it.
Let's go. All right, Uncle Frank.
Get my son out of here.
Yeah. So that's how he's going to get involved, is by working there on the docks or on the water. And Amy Ryan is a dock cop, so she's probably going to get involved with it this season too.
Hey, Jay.
Yeah.
Sailor boy, you owe me 10.
Thank you.
I told them where you didn't want to go. Exactly.
Yeah, and they sent me there.
I knew Rawls was pissed. I didn't know how pissed.
So this is Jay's fault.
Yeah.
What's up with our girls? She come off the bridge or what?
Doc Fraser posted today. He came up with blunt force trauma to the head and chest.
Ooh, oh. Yeah, murder victim.
What about the defense wounds? Bruising on 3 fingers? You saw that as soon as we picked her up.
He knew. Jimmy knew. Yep.
Also, she's in the drink with no coat or shoes on. Now, maybe that stuff comes off from the water, but maybe not. And I don't see her making her way out to the Key Bridge in winter dressed like she was.
So Jimmy knows he's still got it.
Still got it.
You fished her out east of the bridge, right? That's Baltimore County. She's their stat.
You sold them on that?
Rawls did.
Rawls did.
You got one hell of a murder on your hands.
We're not actually trying to solve cases. We're trying to make our jobs easier.
Easy as possible.
Yeah, God. At least we're carrying that theme over from season 1.
Oh, yeah. Probably through the whole show.
There whenever they want it.
Yeah, that's the one. Let's wait for him to pick it up.
Okay, understand.
Yeah, move it before somebody gets arrested.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
What's the holdup? So the Greek doesn't want to
Get it on a fifth wheel and losing the stack. We're at risk.
Yeah, he said the customs seal was broken on it, so maybe someone's already gotten into it, and that's why they don't want it.
Gotcha.
Jimmy trying to find a way to stick it back on Baltimore.
I wonder.
so that they have to do the case.
Yeah, Rawls is like, how is he still screwing this up?
Right.
Send him so far away.
Stuck in the current. Like, well, I found her in Baltimore County, but she actually hit the water on the city side.
Yeah. The X right there.
That's clever.
Maybe so, but at the end of the day, you come through the door in one piece.
You'd like to think so.
Did they have this fight every once in a while?
For sure.
Oh, you big nasty detective. Come here. Let me give you little boo-boo a kiss. $1,000 for the doctor. $1,000 each time, girlfriend. Every month till I'm pregnant.
Oh,
congrats.
Mazel tov.
Yeah.
He's pretty fast for doing a two-finger job.
saying,
Yeah. Yes, he's backed on over to somebody to screw him over. Good for you, Jimmy.
I like that.
Yeah, take one more punch at.
I can't wait to see what Rawls' response is.
Yeah, right. And when he tells Jay that they're going to be doing the case.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sergeant! Your floater's come back. Shows the body went in the water west of the bridge and drifted out.
McNulty.
Jimmy.
When your brick ain't gonna realize it's more to this here than just stumping on.
Oh, that's the lesson from D'Angelo for him there.
All right, when he want us up, we'll be up. Stringers on top. He on top of everything.
I didn't know that string line last season. Till you tell him we're back up.
You're right. I see that online all the time. These for other things. Yeah, let them know we're back up.
The Prince of Tides.
Yeah. I love these guys.
Yeah. It is. It's just every one of them doesn't want to work. Yeah. Whatever it is.
Sure. Now, what I'm curious about is she in on this too, or is she? Probably not.
I don't think so.
Because the way they're like, "Why are you talking to her?" He's like, "I like her." So
yeah, no, she's a cop.
I wonder if she, figures it out.
She's gonna be a big part of it. I feel
she's
like
in the credits. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Is she gonna find the can that they stacked with the custom seal broken on it?
Yeah. Also, driving around those corners with headphones on is dangerous.
I mean, really. Yep.
There it is. Yeah, recorded.
I mean, what are you going to find if somebody already broke in and stole whatever was in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, someone already cut the tag on it. Or whatever it looked like.
So if this happens, I mean, like...
They shouldn't have put it on the bottom. If it's like 3 up, she might not have been able to find it.
That's what I'm saying. No. No thanks.
I mean, the way it's just built up like a maze, it's like there's clearly something back there.
Yeah.
I'm guessing drugs.
Whoa!
Oh. Yep. Human trafficking.
Yeah.
Brother, you feeling strong today?
Yeah.
Well, that person was dead.
Yeah. No, I think they were.
Something's going on.
Yep.
Hey, Frank, you're a human trafficker, and now you're going to get caught. Well, I like Frank a lot less now.
Me too.
God.
If it was drugs, I was like, okay, make a living.
Right. Yeah, it's like, they're not getting shifts. Oh my God, it's a lot of them.
Gosh.
Like a dozen of them. Dead. They're dead.
Yeah, man, you're in business with terrible people.
Yeah.
So these guys aren't. It's something completely different. Then it's not drugs. It has nothing to do with Proposition Joe. Then,
yeah, I guess not.
Or Avon or any of them.
Sure.
So it's going to be a completely different case.
Okay. He seemed surprised they were dead too. That's
I mean, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's going to be a
trafficking
case, not a drug case this time.
But we still have that element going on with because obviously we're following Stringer around.
Oh yeah. That's still that's not going away. But doesn't look like that's what's going to be the focus, though.
No, so much more homicide side of things, I guess.
So maybe then we just kind of keep tabs on the Barksdale organization this season, and then deal with them season 3, season 4, season 5, whatever.
Sure. That makes sense.
Maybe that's the last season. Like you get back to you kind of keep them around and tie it back in season 5 when you're done.
I like that.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? But yeah, boy, that was dark.
Yeah, really dark. Really strange way to not strange, but like really dark way to end the episode.
Season 1, right? We ended it on Gant's body. Yeah. D'Angelo seeing Gant's body laying in the streets after he got murdered.
So did we get the Greek's name?
No.
He's just ostensibly the Greek.
The Greek, yeah.
By the way, looks exactly like my dad. That's my dad looks like.
Oh, really?
I've always thought that too. When I first saw Daredevil as a kid, I was like, Dad. So how we're tying everything together? Because I want to focus on the doctor just for a second.
Right.
So we have obviously Frank,
Ziggy, and Nikki, his nephew and his son.
I'm willing to bet Ziggy is going to be a catalyst in however this blows up.
Yeah, there's
a wild card.
Right, the weak link. last season Orlando was kind of the first like real wheel to spin off, for as far as everything kind of coming undone.
Yeah.
And I feel like Ziggy's definitely the moron character.
Yeah, Nikki's more of the protege. It seems like.
Absolutely. The one that seems to have it together a little bit better than Ziggy, and it's not his actual son, which I mean, potential Shakespearean level conflict between the two there.
Of course. And
my dad likes you more than he likes his own son.
Yeah, and that could really cut contention between the two of them.
Right, absolutely.
And Frank running the show. Does it seem to you that the priest knew about the Frank situation?
Well, no. The priest seemed clueless. What I think is going to happen, based on what we saw, is Valchek is going to get involved
because he's mad about
the stained glass, and he was the one who was like, they don't have enough money to do where they get the money to do this.
They're dying out,
right? So I think with the bodies being found, Valchek's will be like, oh, got to start checking these guys out, and I think that's where everything kind of at some point in the season, right? I don't know how fast Valchek puts it together.
Yeah.
But at some point he has to, right? I mean, I don't know how capable he is as a police officer. We never saw it.
Sure.
But do you think, I had two questions at the end there because I didn't really see, and I'm sure it'll be answered next episode.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Frank knew it was women that was in the can, or he didn't know what was in the can?
I think
he seemed really shocked, at least that they were dead.
I think he knew that it was women because he's like, they're dead.
Okay, so he knew it was women, but he was shocked that they died.
Yeah.
But he put the can back on the stack and said, bury it.
That's a good point.
You know what I
That's
mean?
a fantastic point. So maybe it's not just people they're trafficking, and they could be trafficking all kinds of stuff.
That's true. Or they either lied to him, or like you said, they could just be smugglers that bring in drugs and women and guns, any number of things.
Yeah. I'm sure. I don't know, because his response being like, they're dead, it seemed like he knew what was going on. But the fact that he put it back on top is a good point too.
When he said, I don't think you bury it. I don't think he's the kind of guy that was like, oh no, they're not going to get their girls. Go lose it in the stack somewhere.
Yeah.
Because he seemed pretty upset. The fact that they were dead.
For sure.
So I'm guessing that.
And also, like,
he didn't know.
If that was the case, if you knew there was people in there, I don't think you would, leave it just so anybody could find it like that. Obviously, they buried it, but still, you'd be a little more careful with that kind of situation. You try to find something else to put on it to where it doesn't look like it's been broken. I don't know.
Well, certainly if he thought that there were live women in it, I don't think he would have stuck it back in the stacks.
Yeah, and he don't. Really
he doesn't seem like that kind of monster.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. I don't know. And also, with this being about dock workers and organized crime, I wonder if we're going to get much of an homage to On the Waterfront.
I hope so.
The Brando film.
I only saw that once, and it was in a high school class of teachers showed me. I don't remember it, but I remember liking it when I was in high school.
Too, Elia Kazan. But yeah, like that movie's obviously about like the mob and dock workers, and I like the fact that like we had that monologue in the bar between the old timers and this new generation of people, and how like they have this little operation going so they can all stay afloat, they can all stay alive.
Definitely, there were several of them in on it because the other
that union specifically,
right? Yeah, because the other old guy with Frank is the one that went. He handed the paper to go get the can.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of guys that are in on this.
So that's really interesting.
Yeah.
And I want to know if So Jimmy's obviously. I don't know if he's gonna I don't know if you can work a case because he's just a boat cop now. You know what I mean? But he's gonna be involved somehow.
He could get reassigned.
You think so?
I think everyone is. I think The Wire's going to get restarted somehow, and it's probably going to go through Przebylewski, who was already kind of pushing for it a little bit.
I bet you're right. Yeah.
But
because we got all the core characters from the last season.
Like Daniels is going to be back, and he's not going to obviously not going to spend the whole season in the evidence locker or evidence room, right?
The only person we really didn't see is Lester.
We didn't see Lester. He was
or Omar.
Yeah, right. But as far as the cops go, we didn't see Lester. He's in homicide, so I'm sure at some point we will.
Took Jimmy's job,
right? And we didn't see Carver.
Yeah,
but he was kind of on the outs with Daniels anyway, so he may not be back on the show at all.
Right.
Sorry, my other question is: do you think that the girls are dead? It was an accident, or do you think that they're murdered? Because if they're murdered, that makes more sense to me to bring a wiretap and all these people back in than if I don't know, an accident or something.
I think that maybe they were murdered or they knew they were dead or something, because the way he just drove off,
he had to know that something was up, right?
They get out of it, they're dead. You know what I mean? We're just gonna.
I mean, maybe he never went over to the can. Maybe he just saw the fact that the seal was broken, so he decided not to.
But who we got the orders from? Maybe
right, sure, right.
Knew, you know what I mean?
That is very true too.
So
they could have been like, we killed them before we dropped them off on the boat, right? Or the rail or the boat, whatever they were on.
It kind of looks like they died in there, though. You
No,
know?
they definitely died in there for sure. They were like piled up together.
Yeah, they probably like froze. Honestly, I mean, like, it could have been anything.
Could have been any number of things.
So yeah, it's really dark ending. Lots of questions going forward, obviously.
And this is a show that will, in its own time, answer them all. Right? We'll get the answers we're looking for.
Yeah.
It may not come quickly, and that's okay because the pacing of season 1 was so good. I'm assuming they're going to do it here too.
I want to see what all the hubbub's about this season. And you guys have had plenty of discourse in the comments over this season, and I thought this was a really great first episode.
I thought it was a really cool first episode. I like the fact that it's not just another season of following Avon's people around. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's not another wiretap with the same crew of drug dealers, or even another crew of drug dealers. Really, you know what I mean?
They could have easily picked up a prop show.
They could have. Yeah, it could have been. I thought they might have. You know, that's what they might do. This is like, this is more like, you know, we're going to focus on the smuggling side of it rather than the street dealing side of it a little bit. You know, which I think is really cool.
Run the gamut.
Yeah, cover everything. Really appreciate it, guys. Very excited to get back to the second one.
See ya.